Hey guys,
Welcome back.
to Don't Quote Us. I'm Elle.
And I'm Val, and I don't know why I'm moving my hands.
Welcome to August. If you are not following us on Instagram, when we talked about our financial episode, we also mentioned doing an August audit, and that's kind of where we're at. So the series for the month of August is going to be auditing your life. When I say audit, I am not exclusively talking about finances. I think like an audit can apply to your entire life and just kind of looking at where your time's going, where your energy's going, and taking inventory of what is going well in your life and what needs a little bit of work. And so that's kind of what we're doing today.
A lot. I need a lot of work. And the kind of work that I want, I need a lot of money for.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
let's get into it.
A little bit financial. That's so YouTube. Let's get into it.
I mean, technically we are on YouTube, so I'm like, let me just adapt some things. Let's get into it.
Fair. We did an audit of 9 areas of our life, and we rated them on a scale of 1 to 10, and we're rating satisfaction. So 1 being, is it not
12.
10? Is it 12?
It's 12.
And I said 9?
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's a little off.
That's okay.
It's okay.
We did an audit of 12 areas of our lives, and we ranked them from 1 to 10. 1 being we are absolutely not satisfied in this area, and 10, we are so satisfied, can't do better. So we're just going to go through the categories one by one.
Before we go into them, do you have ones?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
Okay. Do you have 10s?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay. But it's like self-perception in terms of like satisfaction. So I guess that's fair. We're going to start with physical health. I put a 7. Would you put?
4.
A 4. Why a 4?
A 4. I mean, I just feel like health-wise, like I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm happy with the progress, and I don't have the result yet. So
That's
I guess
totally fair.
that's like a lot of these are going to be for me. It's like I feel like a lot of them with the low scores or even all of them being out, like not having a 10, it's because it's a work in progress. I feel like personally, it's not going to feel like, I don't think anything in life is really going to feel like an end result, other than like school, of course, for us.
I feel like it shouldn't though. Like, I feel like if you reach the point where it's like, I can't grow anymore, then you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. Yes, I have 110, but it's not because I have the mindset of like, oh, I'm done. Like, I've reached perfection. It's more like, I'm really satisfied in this area of life.
Yeah.
I still have the knowledge though that like I could take it a step further. But I think like your physical one is pretty valid.
I guess that's why, like, I guess one of, like, the one that I have that's not a 10, it could be a 10 if you're thinking of it in that aspect. But I'm also, like, again, I'm thinking of it in, like, the in-process side of things. And I feel like a lot of things in my life are very much in progress. Never am I ever going to say, like, oh, I'm exactly where I want to be and I'm going to stop here. Like, I'm always looking to progress, whether it's, you know, personal, professional life, anything. So I think in regards to like my physical health being a 4 is mainly the fact that, again, it's a work in progress for me, but also I feel like and I've talked about it before, I've had so many issues with my physical appearance throughout my life, then I don't think I will ever actually like find satisfaction.
So when you were thinking about physical health, your brain went to the physical appearance, like physique.
1,000%.
Okay, I think I'm thinking differently in terms of physical health. I'm thinking about like how I'm feeding my body, if I have like any chronic ailments, and also like how I'm performing in the gym, how I feel about myself when I look in the mirror. And I think that's why like my score is a 7, is because I've been more intentional lately about feeding my body what it needs instead of just kind of running through my day without eating, which is like a really bad habit of mine. I'm also really proud of like being in the gym. When I look at myself, I don't see perfection, but I do see a lot of potential and a lot of progress that's made. And I also just like don't have anything crazy, wacky, wild going on with my physical health. So that's why it's like at a 7 currently.
If we're talking in that sense, then I would bump it up to a 6. Mainly because I've worked remote for the last almost 7 years. Holy shit, I can't believe I just said that out loud. Almost 7 years. So like obviously like my physical health has taken a toll because 95% I am sedentary. Like I am sitting down, and as bad as it is, I'm a sloucher. I got really bad posture. So I do have like some stuff going on physically, like with my body in regards to that. But hoping that, you know, being in the gym does kind of not fully erase, because I don't think anything is really going to be erased, but at least helping with how I feel like pain wise.
Yeah, definitely.
Pain level.
I think that's a good way to look at it for sure. Mental health.
3.
3.
Oh,
Yay! We're drowning.
we're equally struggling.
Yeah. You want to talk about your 3?
She's not medicated.
Oh, me either, baby. I'm a raw dog in life.
Raw
and I kind of like
dogging.
it.
I mean, I think again, it stems from the fact that I work remote, so I'm staring at a wall, talking to dogs half the day. I mean, I talk to people, don't get me wrong. Like my coworkers and I will get on a little Teams chit chat and we'll work together, just kind of talk each other's ear off. But there'll be moments where we just get so into the conversation that we're like, all right, I gotta get off the phone because I gotta focus on work.
Yeah.
And so like in those moments, like I kind of like, when you're alone with your thoughts, so many things are in there. Like she's just, and I'm like in myself, I'm very, and you know me, and we had this conversation probably like a week and a half ago where I lost an employee, and I honestly took it to heart because this employee had just started reporting to me not that long ago. And obviously everybody's choice to leave work or leave a workspace. I'm never going to judge you for it. It's 100% your decision. That's nothing that I'm ever going to stand against, because I feel like we are very great advocates for mental health. And I'm never going to ask for anybody to stay in an unhealthy environment. The reason I think I took this one to heart a little bit was because I was working with this person one-on-one to like develop them. And so I sometimes get in my head to like, it's kind of like the way that like you see certain aspects of me that I don't see. And so I think I fell into that for a second. And so that actually, I struggled a little bit with that. And I think sometimes I just have to learn, like, I need to separate a little bit, like personal and professional in those senses. But at the same time, like I'm such a person that operates emotionally. Literally does not matter what I'm working on. It could be work, it could be like just life, friendships, whatever. I just operate emotionally. And so it's when something like it's not that it doesn't go my way, but it doesn't go like the way that I wanted it to, and it doesn't go the way that I expected the end result to be. I do take it to heart. So I just feel, little struggle.
Yeah.
And then I feel like just in the aspect of like life itself, like for a minute, I felt like I started taking on everybody else's like emotions and responsibilities, that I put my emotions aside. And so one day, like I did, like, I think it was at my doctor's office. Like she asked me how I was doing, and I just fucking exploded.
Yeah. I
So.
definitely see all that.
She's a 3. She's a runner. She's a track star. She'll probably still be a 3 in the next, like, I don't know. When Christmas is here, I'll be a 10.
Okay. Fair. I think my 3 ties to like other areas that we'll talk about later. But essentially, like, I think, and I've talked about it on this podcast before, I spread myself super thin, like trying to be of service for other people. And I don't have really like anybody that's of service to me. And I lack human connection. And like that's been a thing for me for the past few months of like, I don't feel close to literally anybody. Like everyone's kind of off doing their own things, and then I'm just like chilling by myself. And so I don't really feel like that makes my mental health any better. If anything, like it just kind of makes it worse. But like I said, it's tied to other areas, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Our next category is sleep, which I also got a 3 on because I have not been sleeping enough lately. Like my sleep is not good.
My queen, you need a tone in.
I can't do it.
Just do one tiny one. Like honestly, and I didn't want to go back to it. I put myself as a 5 because it was like probably like a 2. Like a month ago, it was like a 2.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it stemmed from, you know, me personally, like I was switching off and on like medications. So I kind of went through like a little spiral of like, I'm exhausted. I didn't even want to get out of bed for like work. Like rolling out of bed for that was like miserable. I only wanted to get out of bed for like things that I knew were going to fill my cup. If it was, I know that work fills my wallet. It doesn't necessarily fill my cup all the time.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to like roll out. So yeah, like once I started taking the Tonin, I just, it was that and a sleep mask. Like an eye mask.
Yeah.
That has like really forced me to like, okay, it's time to chill out. Like stop the doom scrolling, stop everything. Because that was another thing I did find myself a lot worse is I found myself doom scrolling a lot more than I used to. Like I used to doom scroll and then we started getting really consistent in the gym. So I was focusing on my sleep. So then I stopped and then I started doom scrolling again when I started getting like all these like fatigue and exhaustions that I just couldn't sleep. So, yeah, definitely like the tonin helped a little bit, but I'm trying to wean myself off.
See, that's what I don't want, but also like melatonin in the past just doesn't help. Like nothing helps. Like I will put my phone away. I won't have my laptop open. I'll just be like laying there and it's 9 p.m. and I'm just thinking about everything in my life. And the next thing I know, I'll check the clock and it's 2. And I'm like, huh, we're really just out here. And like, I'm wide awake. I'm wired as shit. So hopefully that fixes itself soon.
And
I
you
would really
used
love
to
it.
be.
I'm a big sleeper. I love a nap. I love to sleep. Like I used to be that person that could go to bed at 8 and like wake up the next day around 8 if I really wanted to. Now I'm going to bed around like 2, 3 a.m. and I'm waking up at like 4, 4:30 for the gym, and then I'm just kind of going through my day. And oh my God, I'm not okay. There have been some nights where I'm able to go to bed a little earlier. Like the other night, I think it was Monday or something. I went to bed around, I think 11, and I was like sick. And then I woke up at 4 and I was all not sick anymore. But that's a lot of sleep compared to what I'm normally getting.
Well, and I think that was also the day that like I woke up at 3:30 and I couldn't, like I was just there awake. And for a minute I was going to like doom scroll just to keep myself awake because I was like, it's 3:30, I might as well just stay awake. But then I was like, no, I'm going to try to get some sleep. And then I ended up sleeping a little too much.
No, that was Tuesday. Monday's the day where I got to the gym early.
So Sunday to Monday night. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. We're speaking the same language, but we're also not.
Sunday night to Monday morning.
Yeah. So that's definitely an area that requires a lot of work. Finances. What did you put for finances? 3?
A 3.
Really?
Yeah, because and we talked about it like in our spending episode, you know, I moved in with my parents and then I was like, ooh, money I can spend. I don't have to pay rent. So it was like winning the lottery. It was like, you know, winning the few cents at the casino, essentially.
I felt so powerful. I was like 75 cents on me.
So I definitely I have started improving in that because obviously here we are. We're doing an audit not only of our finances, but it did start with our finances because somebody had to look at our bank account and then drive me with guilt. Like, how dare you?
Well, it wasn't my bank account I was looking at. It was looking at my debt.
Oh.
Right. Like I was looking at credit card debt and I was looking at all of these different things that I want to do that require money. And I was like, how do I get from A to B with this big ass brick wall?
OnlyFans.
Could do OnlyFans. Moral compass won't let me. Wish it would. Feet finder, not cute toes. It's fine. I'll find a solution.
Somebody likes our style of toes. I know there is. It's out there. I know.
I don't want to know who that is. I don't want to know. But I rated my finances a 6 because I feel like I have sought out so much education around this topic since I got the idea to start working on my finances. And since then, I've made so much progress in like paying towards credit cards. I learned a lot about APRs, which is like actually insane. I was telling you this morning at the gym.
I was getting a whole lesson. So I was going to try to log in by 7. That obviously didn't happen. I logged in by 7:30, but I texted my lead and I was like, I am so sorry. I just got into this really like deep, important conversation at the gym.
Yeah.
And so she like called me as soon as I logged on and she's like, oh, so you had a good workout? And I was like, great workout and great conversation after.
Yeah.
Like,
it was
just
good.
Had to happen. Yeah.
It was good.
It was like tea time.
If you guys are confused about your finances, highly recommend listening to, I think it's called The Financial Feminist on Spotify. She got some good shit. But your girl, like, I knew what an APR was, kind of, sort of, maybe not at all. I didn't really know how it worked. So I didn't know that if you have a 26% APR on a $4,000 credit card, that was 26% accruing every day. I thought it was just like a little yearly like thingy. Also didn't know that a minimum payment is doing literally nothing and you're essentially throwing your money away. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'm making the minimum payment every single month. I never miss a payment. Why is my credit card balance like still at the same thing? Why isn't anything moving? And it's because it doesn't count for shit. Like you have to make over the minimum payment. And I also learned that you can call your credit card company and ask them to lower your APR, which had no idea that was open for negotiation. Like not one clue. So I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm making moves. Literally before we started recording this podcast, I'm like on the phone with my dad and I'm like, this is my plan and this is my plan and this is what I'm doing. And I feel like an adult doing all these things. It's nice.
I feel like if I admit that I don't know anything of what you just explained, obviously now you've told me.
Yeah.
But if I sit here and admit that I was oblivious to all of that, I'm going to get absolutely roasted by my mother.
Which is fine. Like I would roast myself because also like, why did nobody ever talk about this when we were seniors in high school? Okay, like why is nobody having these conversations with teenagers about APRs? They all know we're going to take out a credit card. But I think it's helpful if we know how that credit card works and how it impacts us. I've had one of my credit cards for 7 years, always make the minimum payment. That shit has remained at the exact same balance this entire time. I'm wasting so much of my paycheck thinking that I'm making a good choice paying my credit card off, but I'm not paying it off. I'm really not. I also learned that you are technically usually, don't come for me if this is wrong, but you're not paying towards the principal. So if you borrow $2,000 and then you have 26% of that interest on top, when you make your minimum payments, you're not paying towards the $2,000 you borrowed. You're paying towards the interest that they tacked on. So if the interest of 26% is being tacked on for 7 years, you ain't getting to that principal, baby. You are not getting to that principal.
And this is why my finances are a 3, because this conversation is hurting me.
And this is why I should have dated a man in finance.
I'm looking for a man in finance.
And I get it now.
Trust fund.
I get that song. I get that song now. I'm like, wait, do I need to learn about the stock market now? Should I like invest in Bitcoin?
The reason I say is like I would get roasted by my mother is because for 22 years, my mom was a bank supervisor.
Then you should know all that shit.
I know.
See, I don't know. I'm digging myself out of the trenches and I'm very proud of that.
Very proud.
We'll probably have an episode where we talk a little bit more about finances and kind of give you guys like step by step like what we're doing, because I think I've got a pretty solid plan. But if both of my parents approve, I think it's right. So I've got a pretty solid plan, and I'm happy to share those steps with you, but we're going to move on to the next item.
She can talk about finances for a bit.
I
now.
know, isn't that crazy?
It's literally her thing now.
I will hyperfixate on anything.
And I'm kind of upset about it because it's like I want to tell her let's go to Target, but she doesn't want to go to Target.
But I can't, and I won't.
Yeah, so
because I love myself now.
It's that's what all it took.
Yeah. All it took was like learning about a couple different things, and now I'm like untouchable.
All right, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I know. Literally.
Money.
So, career. What did you rate your career?
A 5.
A 5.
A 5.
Really? Why?
Honestly, career-wise, I'm not where I thought I would be at my age. When I started pharmacy, it was 100% to pay for school. Never did I think it would expand into this whole like pharmaceutical corporate essential that I'm in right now. I love it, don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit mentally draining in a lot of ways. Not only because I'm managing a whole team of operations, but at the same time, I'm also finding ways on how can we do better for the future in regards to patient care and patient service. So it's a lot. I'm not going to lie. But we were having this conversation today where like literally when I was in kindergarten, we did like career day. I literally showed up dressed as a teacher with like my little like pencil skirt and little blazer that my mom got me.
You look like a teacher right now.
Listen, I actually got dressed today.
You look like a teacher.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like it's giving, did you do your homework, Johnny? Like I love
Johnny.
I don't know,
Johnny.
I just came up with like a random fucking name. I don't know.
Did you do your homework today?
I should.
No? Okay, let's call your mom.
Yeah, like that whole thing, like, I don't know. Put your phone away. That's what the look is giving. And I still feel like you'd make a great teacher. Put your phone away.
We
like,
never have our phones out. Like, this is the first time we actually have, like, notes.
I know.
Sorry, we're like
improving. Professionals?
What? Okay, in my
Nobody
defense,
is complaining.
In my defense, I got dressed today because I think it was not this previous, I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, where you were like in a nice like white button up and had your like little like tube top under, and I was in a t-shirt, and my mom was like, "You're always looking a bum," and I'm like, "I'm just comfy."
It's because I'm coming in my work clothes.
Yeah.
I don't change when I get home, except for today. I was like, you know what, Queen? Dress how you feel. Like, you deserve this.
She feels like Venom.
So I feel like I want to go to bed.
In honor of the new Spider-Man. She has no idea, but in honor of the new Spider-Man.
I'm not in that world.
Honestly, like, Venom's not even
I'll watch
accurate
it
anymore.
I'll watch. This isn't my shirt.
I know whose shirt it is.
Okay. I was like,
we already had that conversation.
I know. God forbid I want to wear my ex-boyfriend's shirt.
Collecting exes souvenirs.
I'm a collector of things.
Actually, there is somebody in Marvel called a collector.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she hot?
He.
We'll change it. Anyways, whatever.
So
career, still thinking about entertaining something different. Is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I put a 10 in
Ask
that
me
area.
again. I know you love your job.
I love my job. Like, I love my job. I like sometimes I can't stand these fucking kids. And it's like the most mentally draining, emotionally draining thing I have ever experienced in my life. But I love my job. I love what I do. I just met with a new client yesterday, and it was like such a healing, like beautiful conversation, because sometimes I do get down on myself and I'm like, ugh, am I even making a difference with these kids? Like, fuck am I doing? Like, can I do better? And he had a really bad previous experience with another counselor. He like walks into the room and like by his body language alone, you could tell like he just didn't want to be there. He was just like, oh, another quack, right? And I understand, because I haven't liked every therapist I've ever worked with. But I start talking to him about like what to expect, what kind of counselor I am. And like you can see like a total change in body language. Like he went from crossed arms and head down with no eye contact to like open body and like all the eye contact. Dude was smiling, and it was really cool. We connected. We talked about all the formal stuff, and then we were just shooting the shit, talking about video games, and it was a really cool experience. Maybe an hour after, I get a call from his parents, and they were like, he's so excited to work with you. Like, he's so excited. And this is the second time this has happened in the last month with male clients specifically. And I think that's what, I don't know, I love female clients, but I think like the male clients, when they feel so receptive and so seen and heard with services with me, like it really makes me all giddy inside, because I'm like, wait, because there is such a stigma around men's mental health.
Yes.
I don't subscribe to that. So it's nice to know, and it's nice to hear from parents, like, he was so happy he couldn't stop talking about it. He's so excited to see you again. And like, that's cool. So I love, love, love my career. Is there room for growth? 100%. Because the minute I finish this master's program and I get licensed, we move in a private practice. We're doing bigger things. And I cannot wait for that. But I am very fulfilled with what I do now. Not my paycheck, but with what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, FYI, not the paycheck.
Not the paycheck.
Yeah, I love that, especially like his parents like are so like centered around it and are making like a huge impact on the fact that he's getting the help that he needs, because I do feel like that's the age where it starts, especially for men. It's like when they don't have like that support system, and by the time they reach adulthood, most men like they're like, I don't need therapy.
Yeah.
Baby.
And he's one of those kids where like the reputation he's had for himself so far is bad kid, troubled kid, right? And I'm like, there's no such thing as a bad kid, but there is such thing as bad environments and like bad internal narratives. And that's a whole other episode we can get into.
We have so much.
That is my score. I haven't even had that much caffeine today. I'm pumped, bro.
It's when you talk about your job, you get like that.
And now I'm gonna get all quiet and depressed. Relationships, would you score yours? Let's just slide into something different. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my silent laughter, because like, what? A 10.
A 10.
Yeah, she's a 10 right
I
now.
love it. Good for you.
It took a while.
Mm-hmm.
It took a long time to get here.
Yeah. So you're thinking romantic relationships when you see relationships?
I'm taking... Yes.
Okay.
Because we have two different ones. We have relationships and we have
Well, then
the
I
other
need
one.
to change mine because I'm not in a relationship, so that's a 0.
Well, and so I'm also thinking like... See, like, yeah, because I feel like that's just with the ones that we have here. Like, I feel like that's what it would mean.
I took it as relationship with self.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah, so that's
So wait, what's your score?
I think I'm like a solid 5 on like my relationship with myself. I think that like I need to learn how to be more compassionate and like gentle with me.
Yeah, you do.
I need to handle with care. But other
You need
than
to
that,
put it
like,
in the dryer and hit delicate.
I do. I really like myself. Like, I think I bring a lot of value, but I'm also very hard on myself. So that's why I would say, like, that's where the score is.
Do you know how hard it is to get a selfie with her at the gym? I'm holding my breath. Why?
Because I literally look like the caterpillar from A Bug's Life.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Whatever. Family. What's your score for family?
5.
You 5?
I'm a 5.
5 why?
Are we talking about immediate or everybody?
When I was thinking about this question, I was thinking about the people, this sounds bad, but like the people that are very significant to me in my family.
So here's why it's a 5, if that's how we're going in. Immediate family, obviously I love my parents, I love my brother. That there's always room for growth in our relationship as family because we're all growing essentially every single day and things that are different. In immediate, I obviously wish my grandparents, my mom's parents, were still alive because I used to brag about that. I used to be that kid that got to brag that all 4 of my grandparents were alive. A lot of people didn't have that. So obviously, like, I don't have that anymore. Fuck, this is gonna make me emotional. Growing up, I have such vivid memories with, like, my cousins at my grandma's house. And it was always a dream of mine that when we reached adulthood, all of our kids essentially would get to experience that. Unfortunately, that's not the case because, you know, things happen in family, and you don't always get to choose your family, but you do get to choose who you keep in your life and who you are constant with in your life. And I feel for a while I was kind of like always that person, like putting in effort. And then the minute it stopped on their end as well.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a 5, mainly because, like, I wish I had more of a scope in regards to family. Like, I see, like, when people go on, like, family reunions and stuff, and, like, I'm like, I want
You're
that.
aw.
Yeah.
I want a t-shirt. That's, like, my immediate thought.
Yeah, and so, like, obviously, like, I know just having one sibling, like, it's really hard to, especially because my sibling don't get me nothing else. There's no nieces, no nephews. But I am very grateful for the family that I have been able to choose, which a lot of my friends have become family. Because blood or not, I am auntie. So
I love that.
definitely a 5. And the reason it's a 5 is because I know that I have the ability now to create my own family. And so once I have that, then I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to do the things that I've always wanted to do, because I want my kids to have that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's, like, all we can do is just, like, continue to improve and give our kids what we didn't have. Mine's an 8 because the family members that I hold near and dear to me, like, they always, like, make sure that I feel seen and loved and heard. And I'm extremely close with my mom. I talk to her about everything. My dad, even though he's not physically present majority of the time, like, we still have the best phone conversations, and he supports me by paying for my education. Obviously my mom supports me. I have tias that, like, I can pick up the phone and just talk to them, and everything's great. And my cousins are phenomenal, and, like, we all try to stay in touch as much as possible. So I love my family. I think my family in terms of relationships is probably, like, the strongest bond that I have. So that's where that one is. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
We are family.
Friendships. I'm a 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh, just because of what you have, or?
What do you mean?
Why
Like
are
my
you a 3?
satisfaction?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, friendships is a
gotcha.
3.
I don't know.
You didn't rate that? I'm a 3 because I think a lot of the people that I consider to be friends, like, don't show up for me in the same way I show up for them, and they don't carve out that time to, like, be with me. And that's kind of why, like, my mental health score was lower, because they're not around, right? And I make, like, the bids for connection, and then I just kind of don't. The 2 friends that I have that I'm very close to, they make the time, despite their lives being, like, so hectic. They definitely make the time between, like, their jobs and their kids and the distance, but I don't get to see them a lot. I think my local friends are more, like, surface level friendships. And I think that's been really hard. And I'm the only single friend out of the entire, like, across the board, out of all my different friend groups, I'm the only single one with no kids. And I think sometimes, like, I'm pushed off to the side and, like, forgotten about. A lot of my friends are very focused on, like, their partners, and there are people that will, like, schedule time and, like, make time to spend with me. But I think a lot of people, like, don't do that, and they kind of forget, like, who was there for you when you weren't in a relationship, and that kind of sucks. And I was having this conversation this morning with one of the staff members that works at one of the schools that I'm at. She's in her 50s, and I, like, checked in with her. I was like, hey, how's your summer? And she was like, not that great. How was yours? And I was like, honestly, pretty heavy. And we started talking, and we're both in, like, this process of grieving where it's like, I have come to the realization that I have poured into so many different people for so long, but nobody really pours into me and in that way platonically. And so it's like a season of grieving where everybody else has their person, but I'm not anyone's person. And I think that's a hard concept for me to like wrap my head around because I place such a high value on friendships. And it's like, it is a process of grief when you realize, like, when people move on in their lives, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, you're no longer their go to person. And not being in a relationship, I think, has just kind of like almost emphasized that. And it's, I don't know, it's a weird situation. I love my friends though. I absolutely love my friends that I do have, but I would say like my satisfaction in those friendships, it's pretty low. The local friendships, it's pretty low. So that's kind of like what I would say.
I feel like it's hard for me to rate that because for so long, like most of my friendships were essentially like long distance.
Yeah.
I was the one that was in the city. So obviously, like, I was living in Phoenix, everybody else was living, in different places. So I didn't really have to, I don't want to say not put effort, but I didn't really like get to be those like in that schedule sense essentially. Because that schedule required a plane ticket.
Yeah, it was like a real planned effort.
Yeah. So, and the friends that I did have, again, also were very surface level because it was more so for like to make face, essentially.
Yeah, it was like just to have a good time. And don't get me wrong, those friendships are cool sometimes. But they lack depth
Yeah.
a lot.
And so I think that's why it's hard for me to like rate friendships also because like I feel like when I'm a very like again emotional driven person, so if you were to ask me like we're just getting to know each other or let's say we've known each other for a bit and you ask me, or essentially we've been surface level friends for a bit and then out of nowhere like we just developed this closeness, but then you do something and you essentially take advantage of my trust, that just makes me shut down with people completely. And it just makes me feel like, okay, obviously, like if I told her something, then most of the circle probably has already heard it. Everybody's kind of formed their own opinions. So, like, my side doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, I feel like with friendships, I have, in a sense, just been fucked over so many times, for lack of a better word, that I like I don't want to say that I don't try, but I don't know how to word it. I'm struggling with my words today.
You're like, what is English?
Yeah, what is English?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like after a long time, like it's the same thing. Like I was always there for people.
Yeah.
And at one point, I just kind of started seeing how like people started operating and also like how people operate when they don't agree with something that you're doing and how that dynamic changes. And so I feel like with my long distance friends that have kids and such, we really like we can pick up the phone and like still continue like things as they have been like when we were kids, but it's not like, for a while we did have the issue of like, oh, I'm always visiting you, you're never visiting me, like all that.
Yeah.
And then I think one day we just all kind of sat down and we were like, the reality of it is like we're in this stage of life that everybody's doing different things and everybody wants different things, and we're all just kind of shifting and kind of going with the flow. And it just kind of became of like, if we can get together, we can get together. If we can't, then it's not the end of the world.
That's the hard part about this like transition, like this transitional phase of life is like nobody is in the same phase of life anymore.
Not
and
at
so
all.
it's really hard to connect. But I think what stands out is like the intention to do so. Like everybody has so much going on, but some people don't make that concerted effort to make sure that they're planning time with like their friends and making sure that their friends know that they're important. I think that's going to be forever. It's going to be a forever struggle, I think, in friendships, especially in adult friendships. And we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, it's rough.
It's
rough out
because
here.
it's so funny because like literally like yesterday, my mom was on the phone with her friend and they're both like in different, stages of life. Cause like obviously my mom has adult kids. She has teenage kids. So like they are in different stages of life. But like they still find time to at least like communicate. And I think that's why sometimes recently I feel like I've become such like phone person because I want everybody to like be able to do what they want to do. And then I also have like this feeling of like, well, I don't want to feel like a burden to them. So let me just like let them do their thing and then like I'll give them a call. But I've also kind of have recently like run into the struggle where like one of my long distance friends, like I call her and she doesn't pick up. And then there's no like follow through of like, hey, are you good? Like, is everything okay? And I've kind of made like, snarky comments here and there, like, but it does hurt.
It hurts. I think like it's always going to hurt when you don't get time with the people that you love. And I've realized that it's not for lack of love. Like I understand that all of the friends that I don't get to see as often as I used to, it's not because they love me less and they like love whatever else is occupying their time more, but it's just that like that importance level has kind of dropped and their priorities have shifted. But I just think it's like, it's kind of heartbreaking sometimes because you get used to always spending time with somebody and you make yourself available to people. And then when you see that they don't do the same in return, it's like a dagger. You're like, ouch. And I definitely have friends that like have really good balance between doing the things they need to do or the things that they enjoy doing with outside people, and then also moments of either including me in something or reaching out directly and being like, hey, I haven't seen you in a minute, let's hang out, when do you have time? And oh my god, I love that. Like one of my friends and I tomorrow are just going to go to the library and do schoolwork together, and I think that's so precious because like she could be at home like doing that, she could be like with her man like in the comfort of her own home like getting that done, but she's making the effort to go to the library and like just hang out but not hang out, and I think that's cute. I have another friend who's married and like she'll text me and she'll be like, hey, I'm going to this, are you going to this too? Or like girls night, let's go get food, let's go do something. And like that fills my fucking cup, and I wish that that stuff happened more. And I don't know, like it's a weird transitional period because you can't be like super bitter about it, but at the same time, it's like you have to express where you're at and what you need. And if the other people don't come forward, then like you got to step back and you got to realize like, all right, I made you a priority when I could. You're not making me one when you can. All right. All right. And that's just like what it is. But I think like adult friendships are probably one of the hardest things for me to navigate in this moment of my life. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why for me, like, it's such a hard thing to rate because, like, literally, like, I think I've gone through.
We be going through friends. we be cycling, and there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like,
No.
obviously, like, unfortunately, the word end is in friends, respectfully. Clearly, I read theory too much. But at the end of the day, like, everybody's in your life, and I think I've said this before, for a season and for a reason. And some friends are meant to teach us something. Some friends are meant to teach us boundaries. Some friends are meant to teach us how to be outgoing. Some friends are meant to teach us just random things. So I think definitely like it's hard to go through like adulthood, and I feel like I've been through like more friendship breakups than like relationship breakups.
100%. I've had 3 romantic relationships.
Yeah.
So many or platonic relationships. Like they hurt. But like, I think that's just forever going to be something that is hard to navigate, especially the older you get, because there are so many different phases of life. When we were younger, it was so easier to be friends with everyone because we were all doing the same shit. High school, same shit. College, same shit. Early 20s, basically the same shit.
Getting drunk.
The older we got, the more complicated it became. And I just never foresaw this like being something that I had to grieve. And I don't think grief is always a negative thing. I think in this sense, like grieving the change in dynamic in a lot of these relationships is a beautiful thing because it's like, wow, they're doing something different and I'm so proud. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, I'm still here. Like, don't forget about me.
Wait for me. I got widow legs.
Yeah. So there's that.
I do got widow legs.
I don't. I'm gonna try to keep up, but I can't. Long strides.
I was gonna say just lunge.
Yeah, long
lunge.
strides.
High rocks lunge.
Confidence is our next one. Where'd you rate confidence? Really? I put an 8. I like myself. I bag on myself physically a lot, right? But I love.
Can you just say it louder, please?
I like myself.
No. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Listen, self-deprecating humor has always been one of my things ever since I was younger, because if you beat the bully to the joke, they give up. And like, that's powerful. As much as I will bag on myself about small things, majority of the time it's a joke. I have learned to really, really like who I am. Like, I think that I'm a cutie pie physically. I think I have like insane intelligence, and I'm so proud of myself for like what I'm capable of doing in work and school. I think I'm like a very thoughtful, compassionate person. I think I'm funny. If you don't, it's because you're not. And I would say that all of those things contribute to my confidence. So that's why I'm rating it an 8. I think that I can continue to learn to love and, really pour into myself and grow. But I think I'm the shit, bro. I think I'm fucking cool.
No, you are.
Thank you.
Like, I just really wish you'd stop being like, I gotta hold my breath.
Well, a bitch can be great, but she can still look ugly in a photo. And that's on not being photogenic. And that's okay.
Can we just normalize the fact that we both said to each other this morning, I felt real fucking ugly.
I felt so ugly today. I don't know what it was, because when I got home,
I got dressed today.
Possibly, because when I got home, I like looked in the mirror and I was like, what is this? I was like, what are you? Some days you're going to feel like a bad bitch, and some days you're going to feel like a sad bitch, and that's okay. That is totally fine. Where did you rate your confidence?
A 4.
Okay, why?
How much
want to get into it?
How much time do we got?
Girl, I don't know. I don't even know when we started. I have not one clue.
Yeah, a 4. I have my moments where my confidence, like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, you're hot.
You're a peak.
You're like, oh my God, you're so skinny. But there's other times where like I was telling you at the gym this morning, like last Friday, it was my brother's last day in town, and we went on like an early family dinner, a late family lunch. And so I had just gotten off work, so I was kind of like rushed, and all I had were jean shorts, a tube top, and then my hair was like day 5 hair, so she was not cute. And I had no makeup on because I work from home, so I don't wear makeup. And I'm like driving to Walmart after lunch, and I'm like, I feel really fucking ugly today. I didn't even look in the mirror. I'm just literally in the car. Yeah.
Yes, it's a feeling.
I'm literally in the car, and like, it's so funny because my coworker taught me this for that time of the month. My periodicity was in town.
Oh, wow.
And so I thought that's what it was, but then I was like, no. Like, I just feel real ugly. And I think I just felt like bloated, and like it was just all the things like meshed into one. And I think the fact of like us not going to the gym for as long as we did, which I did the math, it wasn't that long, by the way.
I don't want to know.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't as long as we thought. But I think just like that in itself, like kind of made me feel like ill.
Yeah.
So she's coming back. She's slowly coming back.
Yeah. And she will keep coming back.
She feels cute today. She's a teacher.
As you should.
So,
you look adorable.
Thank you.
I love it. But I wonder, like, do men understand what we're saying? Like, when you just wake up and you're like, I feel
Probably
hideous.
not.
Like, I feel like a disgusting creature from the gutters.
No, probably not.
You don't think they understand
They
that?
probably wake up and they're like, do I have...
I'm a man and I love myself.
Do I have morning wood? If I do, then
100%
great.
of the time they do.
Like, yeah, and if they do, I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah.
Ew.
Dude,
They're just like looking their pants and like,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Ew. I wish that men understood what it looked like or what it felt like to just wake up and you're like, I'm the scum of the earth. Like, I look gross. Like,
Some should.
I can't describe to somebody, when I wake up, sometimes I feel squishy. Like, I feel pudgy, right? Sometimes I just feel like a whole gremlin. Like, I look in the mirror. Sometimes I don't even have to look, and I'm like,
Venom.
I'm like, what's this creature? Who's in my body? Because it's not me. I feel Freaky Friday'd a lot of the time.
A lot of the times. She-Hulk, 90% of the time, though.
So if any men do feel like this, please let me know, because 1, I'm curious, and 2, I'd like to feel a little better about myself. And I guess 3, like, you have your opinions or whatever. They're valuable.
Whatever.
Moving on. Free time. I did it too.
In what sense?
Because
Because, like, as an adult, like, what free time do we have?
And that's how I looked at it, was like, I don't usually have free time. And when I do have free time, I'm by myself most of the time.
Because
so I'm just chilling.
Right now, she's a 6, because I do have free time to just, like, lollygag.
Mm-hmm.
Once August 24th comes, non-existent.
See, so, I will never know that feeling.
It's because you didn't take a summer break.
I will not take a summer break.
That's
I will
okay.
take a break when I get licensed. But I literally don't have free time. Like, I'm either at work, I'm working on school, I'm working on the podcast, I carve out time to hang out with somebody, or I'm just contemplating my existence in this world. And I feel like I'm not making
you need to let that one go.
Of free time. But also, like, when I do have a free moment, if I try to sit down and, like, rot and just, like, enjoy existing, I'm like, wait, but there's more. So that's how I got into the financial research, because I was like, let's be productive today. No. And laundry and just, like, random shit. Okay, so, like, I need to learn to slow the fuck down and create more free time. So that's why it's a 2.
I want my own camera in your house, so that way it can, like, sense your movement, and I can be
pew,
like,
pew,
sit
pew,
down.
Pew, 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 pew. The only way I'm seated for a long period of time is if I'm working on a paper.
I thought you were going to say if you were on the toilet.
That's also a long period of time. No, because, like, it's like, I've told you this, it's an environmental thing, okay? I need the ambience, right? Like, I need, my shoes need to be off. There's no way I'm pooping with my shoes on. My shoes have to be off. Like, the climate in the room has to be right. Like, the acoustics, like, I have to have my TikTok, maybe a candle sometimes for, like, really difficult days. Like, I just need a vibe, and I'll sit there until I can't stand up.
I was going to say, we won't get into it, but...
And I got into it.
And she got into it.
You're welcome. Fine. Sometimes we need to talk about our poop.
We're going to give you 2 more, because that's going to end our 12.
2.
And then we're going to give you guys some homework.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love homework in the summer? Summer, school. School's back in session anyway, so.
It's about time.
It's about time.
It's about that time.
So.
Purpose. Life's purpose. Would you rate?
I feel like a 7.
Okay. All right.
So. Mainly because I originally had this as, like, a faithful purpose. Faith and spirituality. I feel like at this point in my life, I've grown very much in my faith, way more than I ever imagined. Mm-hmm. And I'm very proud of myself for that. Because we had this conversation this morning. Like, I was somebody who was, extremely in the church, and obviously things in life happened, and I drifted away like most adults do. Mm-hmm. But I came back on my own terms, and I feel like that has helped me through a lot of my things in life. I feel like now I kind of navigate in the sense of, like, instead of protecting my peace, essentially I'm still protecting my peace, but at the same time, I'm navigating in the sense of, if it's for me, God will leave it. If it's not for me, he will remove it. So,
I feel you.
I feel my purpose. A 7 and rising.
7. Your rising sign is a 7.
Yeah,
I love that.
7.
Oh my God, Friends. Okay.
I was going to say that, Friends fans. You know what I meant.
I did not look at it in that perspective. Sorry, sir. Just bump the mic. I'm sorry. I looked at it as like my life's purpose, like why I am even on this earth. And I rated it a 9 because I feel like I am doing what I am meant to be doing. I don't know. Like it's hard for me to describe, but I feel, and I've always felt like this since I was younger. I feel like my purpose in life is to make other people feel seen and heard, and like I don't know, to encourage people to use their voices and to see themselves in a better light. And I think I do that constantly, and I'm really proud of that because even if I can't do it for myself, at least I'm doing it for others. I genuinely think my life's purpose is to be a helper and a healer, and it will be a 10 one day. Right now it's a 9, but I'm very proud of that part of my life.
That's a great start, honestly. And I mean, you live and you learn, and I feel like most of what you've been through has helped you shape other people. So,
yeah.
Cheers to that.
Playing with Play-Doh over here. Thank you. Okay, last one, and then you guys get your homework. Take out your notebooks, get a nice little pen. I recommend a Pilot, and then we'll give you homework.
Yeah.
If you don't have a pen preference, what are you doing?
I'm going to skip over that one.
What are you doing? Why? Do you disagree?
I have my pen preference. I just don't know what they're called.
Oh, and that's how you know pens aren't important to her.
They are important. I just know what they look like.
And like how they feel. I know the second I pick one up, I'm like, ooh, you're going to write like shit.
I have one in my purse. So, and I'm pretty sure I gifted you one. I just don't know what the name of it is.
And it wasn't my pen preference, but it's a close second. No, it was honestly, she was smooth. She skipped a little. And that right there.
Okay.
You're not going to Hollywood. Okay. So, personal growth. Last section. I put a 9.
Put an 8.
Put an 8. Okay.
She's growing. She's loving.
She's growing.
I'm a work in progress. I said it when we started. Life itself is a work in progress. I'm not a perfect human being in no way, shape, or form.
Never will be.
Never. Whoever's got the outline of who I'm supposed to be, don't know it.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm rolling with the punches. I'm just going through life unmedicated.
That's all you can do.
But honestly, like, I feel pretty good about myself. I'm not, like, in a sense of, like, I hate myself. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. I feel like my personal growth has continued to really, like, skyrocket over the last 2 years specifically. But I feel like every day I choose to show up doing the best with the tools that I have. And then every day I acquire more tools. So it's cool. Like I see the improvements. Are there deficits to my character? Probably. Are there deficits to my life? Absolutely. But I love knowing that I'm only going to progress and get better. And at the end of the day, if I'm on my deathbed and I'm proud of the woman that I was, that's good enough for me.
Exactly.
I don't care about the perceptions of others, but if I'm proud, I'm good.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
SpongeBob will always be quotable.
It's so relatable sometimes.
So relatable.
All right, pencil time or pen. If you're an adult, we're using pens now.
Pilot.
Your Pilot pen. So we want for you guys to take on this wheel of life. Rate yourself 1 through 10 through each one. We're gonna go ahead and post them in our description.
Yes.
And ask yourself, what surprised you? Where did you get the lowest score? What area are you pretending isn't a problem? And what areas are you actually proud of? Give yourself a little pat on the back. You know, we're all just going through it. And I think that this month we're going to do a really good job of auditing it together.
I love the idea of doing this, not only because it's something we're already talking about doing in our actual lives. So it's a very like authentic process that we're going through, but also I feel like there are people that do this in a different way that may feel more overwhelming or may feel defeating. So if you follow us along on this journey, Audit August, we want you to go through your life, not because you're trying to be someone different in August, but because you're trying to evaluate what is bringing value in your life and what might be quietly draining for you. And so we just want to be the best versions of ourselves. We want you guys to be the best versions of yourselves. And we're excited to see what you come up with. It'll be in the description, all of those areas. It's also going to be over on our Instagram.
And honestly, it's never too early to do a New Year's resolution for yourself. And if you do anything during this audit, all we ask is that you please, oh please,
Don't quote us.
bye.